Well, hello everybody. Mr. Mack here. It is Saturday, and looking forward to another chapter of Restart, chapter 10. Now, before we get started, just want to recap real quick on the last chapter. As we know, Chase is still under the effects of amnesia, except for this memory that, not a very pleasant memory, but a memory that shot back to him while he was at the football game videotaping the football game for the video club. And he was watching the footage of his sister's Barbie movie, and she was squealing, laughing, and that triggered a memory of her squealing in the past. It wasn't because of laughing, it was because of something bad, screaming, because the memory was him ripping the head off of her teddy bear. And anyway, that wasn't, I mean, it's great that his memory, that piece is coming back. It could mean that more and more will be coming back. But as we know, Chase was not a very good person. He was a bully. He did a lot of things, bad things. And since he's awoken, he's been a pretty good person. Mannerly, polite, kind, giving. The last chapter, in chapter 9, he went, Bear and Aaron were going to do their community service at the retirement home, and Chase said he was going with him, and he did. But in complete Aaron Bear fashion, when they got there, they were rude and they were obnoxious, and the three of them were taking the snack cart around, snacks and juices and things to the various elderly who lived there. And of course, Bear and Aaron ate just about everything on the cart. They weren't very nice when they knocked on the elderly's door to see if they wanted snacks. They were just schmucks, is what they were. And according to what Bear said, Aaron or Chase was trying to stop them, because these snacks were for these people. But like Bear said, stop being so high and mighty. He said before, you ate just as many cookies as we are right now. You did this too, he says. So anyway, we met some characters there in the elderly place. And when it was all said and done and it was over, they left. And but before leaving, one of the residents who kind of, I guess, suffered perhaps maybe from dementia, thought she was living in a ritzy hotel and that the boys were fancy waiters or something. So she waved a 20 and said, "Here's your tip." And which, of course, Chase said, "Oh, I can't accept that. No, thank you." But Bear took it out of her hand and said, "Thanks," and left. So he and Aaron went to get pizza. And Chase went back and snuck in to the home, went back to her apartment. I keep saying her, forgive me, I've lost her name. Went back to her apartment and thankfully didn't get caught, but he put the 20 under the door thinking she would think she dropped it or whatever. At least she got it back. But on the way back out, he met up again with Mr. Solway. And Mr. Solway was the one character, elderly man who lived there, who had been a recipient of the Medal of Honor, which is, one of the highest honors a military person can receive, or a person can receive. And it's only given by the president, President Truman. There's a picture of Mr. Solway, as a young man, of course, with President Truman giving him the Medal of Honor. And, Chase found that fascinating and spoke with him, but, Mr. Solway was just a little bit salty and basically told him, "Whippersnapper, get out of here." But at least he found out it was the Korean War, and that's where he got the medal. And when he asked him, "You were a hero," Mr. Solway said, they were all heroes. And he said the heroes are still there, meaning that's where they died. And he said, I'm one of the ones who came back. So that's where we are right now. But well, I've taken too much time. I want to read. I want to read this. I wanted to talk a little bit about the characters that we've met so far. We'll do that next time. Chapter 10 is Kimberly Tooley. So I'm excited that we're going to meet a new character. So we've already met Shoshana. We've already met Brendan. We've already met Hugo and some other people who are members of the video club. We've met Chase's mom, Chase's brother, Chase's dad, Chase's half-sister, Helene. We've met Mr. Salway. We've met some other members of the elderly community in this elderly home. So Kimberly Tooley's a new one, so we can add that to our roster. I love pep rallies. I love the noise and the cheering. I love being with the whole school packed into the bleachers and the gym, showing our spirit and raising the roof, stomping and screaming our heads off. Getting out of class doesn't hurt either. I'm a huge football fan. It's definitely my favorite sport. All those, all those downs are kind of confusing though. First down, second down, touchdown, down by contact, illegal man downfield, hard to figure out. But when the Hiawassee Hurricanes thunder onto the field with their shoulder pads, it's all good. Guys look amazing in their shoulder pads. This season might not be as awesome as usual because Chase Ambrose isn't on the team. Chase is our star, and out of all the players who look good in shoulder pads, he looks the best. He hurt himself falling off a roof this summer, and the word is around school that he has amnesia. He can't remember anything, including the fact that I've had a crush on him since 6th grade, and he doesn't even know that I'm alive. So, this is Kimberly Tooley. So, we do know a couple things about her already, and we've read only 3 paragraphs. She's a football fan. Well, she's a fan of the Hiawassee football team, but she's really a fan of pep rally. She's part of all that. The spirit of the school. She may not be like a football fan per se, but she is certainly full of school spirit, Hiawassee spirit. And she has a crush on Chase. So he isn't one of the players in full uniform showing off on the gym floor while we stomp and cheer. Oh, he's down there, all right, recording the goings-on with the video camera. I don't really get that part. It's one thing for sure for Chase to be off the team. It's quite another for him to join the video club. Those kids are basically nerds. The point of the rally is to get everyone all riled up to annihilate Jefferson on Saturday. So we've got dummies dressed in Jefferson jerseys, and our guys are kicking the stuffing out of them. And our mascot is beating up Jefferson's mascot. Actually, it's just a Hiawassee kid in a Jaguar suit. Chase is filming them close up, holding the camera right in there to capture every fake punch. I missed the shoulder pads, but he still looks good. And when the rally's over, we file off the bleachers and start for our lockers to get our stuff to go home. The team heads out to practice, clattering down the hallway that leads to the field house. There's a bit of a traffic jam, players going one way and the rest of us going the other. A few elbows fly. Brendan Espinoza somehow gets bumped into the path of the players. That's typical Brendan, who could cross an empty parking lot and slip on the one banana peel in the middle. The guys know Brendan, and they make a game out of bouncing him around like he's a soccer ball. Pretty soon the team is laughing, the kids are laughing, and Brendan is flying back and forth, holding on to his camera for dear life. It's pretty funny. Well, you know, in our young lady, Kimberly Tooley, she's certainly not a football player, but she doesn't so far seem to be well, I can't say that she doesn't seem to be a nice person, but she's kind of on the side of the bullies. She's kind of on the side of the football players. She's certainly not on the side of Brendan here. And not only that, but she called the video members nerds. And she didn't say nerds in a, I don't know how to feel about Kimberly yet. Let's keep going. A chant goes up while Brendan flails. It's like the whole football team is calling out, pass it, pass it, pass it. Of course, they mean throwing Brendan back and forth. There's a blur of motion, and suddenly Joey Petronas is slammed up against the wall by two fistfuls of his football jersey. It's Chase. His handsome face is normally chillier than chill, but right now it's boiling mad. Let the kid go, Chase demands. Brendan stumbles free, collapsing on the opposite wall. The other Hurricanes haul Chase off Joey, and there's a lot of shoving going on. Shoving comes naturally to football players. It's even part of the game. Every play starts off with two lines of guys shoving each other. Two Hurricanes hold Chase struggling by the arms. Chase looks almost small, dwarfed by all those players in pads and cleats. Aaron and Bear muscle into the center of the action, putting themselves between Joey and Chase. Dial it down, Aaron orders. We're all teammates here. What did that guy ever do to you, huh? Chase spits out at Joey, yanking his arms free. Like you got anything to say about it, Joey shoots back. What's that supposed to mean? Joey indicates Brendan, who's dusting himself off, surrounded by his fellow video clubbers. Yeah, right. Like you never had a little fun with Espinoza. I laugh at that one, because no one messed with the dweebs more than Chase, Aaron, and Bear. But Chase looks so mystified that it hits me. If he really has amnesia, is it possible that he doesn't remember? Chase addresses the entire team. We were shooting your pep rally to make you look good. You're welcome. The players stare at him in horror. He has no clue what he said to them upset them. But I do. He said we. We, the video club. You, the team. Joey hefts his helmet. We used to be tight with this kid, Chase Ambrose. We were more than teammates. We were boys. But lately, I don't know who he is. He leads the Hurricanes in a jog out to the field. Aaron and Bear hang back. I'm expecting them to take Chase's side, but since those three are best friends, you know. Chase seems pretty shocked when Bear wheels off with the others. Aaron eyes Chase with a long face. You shouldn't have done that, man. Joey's your friend. He's had your back plenty of times. Chase is still defiant, but a little more subdued than before. So, what? I should just let him beat up a kid half his size for no reason? Aaron stands his ground. If you'd have told him to stop, he would have stopped. You didn't have to attack him. He shakes his head. None of us are perfect, not even you. Next time, take a second to think about who your friends are, Chase. He disappears after the team. Thanks, Chase, Brendan says in a shaky voice. Shy but grateful, the video club members express their gratitude. Not too many people ever stand up to a football team. Only Chase can do it, because he's one of them. At least, he used to be. Shoshana Weber rolls her eyes. Please be real. Why would anybody thank him? Is there any one of us he hasn't treated like garbage? Brendan looks at her in surprise. Shoshana, didn't you see what just happened? I saw him being a goon like he always is. Today he was on our side. What about tomorrow? Remember what he did to my brother? She turns around and storms off. Wow, Joel Weber. Just thinking about him puts a lump in my throat. I almost forgot he's Shoshana's brother. A lot of this stuff feels kind of harmless until something like Joe Weber happens. Chase seems a little shell-shocked by the whole thing. After all, he took on the football team on behalf of the video club kids. And what's his reward? Getting dissed by one of them. The others try to smooth it over. Oh, sorry, man. She didn't mean it. You were awesome back there, Chase. Brendan is last. You know, you didn't have to do that, Brendan says. Although it's pretty obvious he's glad that somebody came to his rescue. And then they're gone. The hallway's cleared out by now, so it's just Chase and me. He's still bewildered. I didn't even know she had a brother. Yeah, Joe Weber. Quiet kid. Plays the piano. He got bullied so bad that his folks sent him away to a boarding school. That's the edited version of the truth. What Chase doesn't remember is he basically starred in all that bullying. I don't think his goal could have been to force Joe to leave town, but he definitely intended to make him miserable. I wonder if he was sorry when he heard that the Webbers were sending their son away. I wonder if Chase felt bad. I guess no one will ever know, not even Chase himself. However he felt about what happened to Joel, he's already forgotten it. Chase chews it over. I was in on that, wasn't I? He says finally. I was in on a lot of stuff. People look at me funny around here, and maybe it's not just because I'm the idiot who fell off a roof. No one thinks you're an idiot, I put quickly. Yeah, but it isn't the kind of thing Albert Einstein ever did. He pauses thoughtfully. A good look for him makes him seem older. You can't believe how weird it is to have this whole life and everyone remembers it except you. I'm Kimberly, by the way, I tell him. But you always just call me Kimmy. Not exactly true, but how's he ever going to know? I always wanted to be called Kimmy, especially by him. We shake hands like two business people meeting for the first time. Well, I'm late for video club, he tells me. See you, Kimmy. I'm speechless. I just wave at him. This has to be the best day ever. If Chase forgot everything, it means he also doesn't remember that he's totally out of my league. I have to join the video club as soon as possible. Well, that's the end of chapter 10. Now, I'm still not sure how I feel about Kimberly, although I think she kind of redeemed herself later. I mean, she's all for the football players, and she seems to be okay with them harassing and bullying the video club members, and she even calls them nerds. That part I didn't like. She has a crush on Chase. We get that too. But then when she brought up the whole thing with Joel, she said it brought a lump to her throat, in her throat. And if you don't know what that phrase means, when somebody gets a lump in their throat, it means they can't speak. They're on the verge of crying. It gets them really upset. Something gets them really upset. So that shows us, we can infer that she has a heart from that, a good heart, and she told him a white lie that, but you call me Kimmy, she said. So, well, good for Chase. Chase stood up for his friend Brendan, and, someone who's going to take up for you, I think, someone who treats you just as well when you're not around as when you are. That's a friend. I think Brendan is a friend. I think he's becoming a friend. Chase bullied Brendan, but at the same time, with this being a new Chase, Brendan has given him the benefit of a doubt, and now Brendan, I think, has been his defender. Brendan has been the one who got him into the video club. Brendan has been the one who defended him against the others in the video club because they were afraid of him. Let's face it. That's just, they were, and especially Shoshana. And in this case, Chase proved himself as, defender too. You know, Bear and Aaron, who were friends from his past, and other people on the football team, Joey Petronas. Who knows? Maybe at one point they were, but you know, when you have a group of people who do negative, terrible, bullyish things to other people, and they support that, I don't necessarily know that that means you are friends. Aaron certainly didn't, and Bear certainly didn't stand up with Chase when the rest of the football team were against him, especially Joey. Aaron was right. You know, he didn't necessarily have to put his hands on the other kid. But, you know, I don't know. Aaron left him too, high and dry. Anyway, so that's it for that. Chapter 11 is next. Take good care of yourself. Stay healthy. Stay well. Stay masked when you go out. Keep your hands away from your eyes, nose, and mouth. And I wish you the best. And take good care. Bye-bye.